The following program was provided by a valued member of our local community. Rogers TV is proud to support local producers and share local voices, ideas, and opinions. For more information, please visit our website. Please consult your healthcare professional before starting any yoga program or exercise. If you feel pain, stop and seek medical attention if necessary.
Hey, Coach Sean with you here today. Happy New Year and welcome to the first follow-along video in my new online kettlebell club membership. Okay, this is for complete beginners. This is very much going to be an introduction course. It is a program geared towards individuals who don't necessarily want to meet up in person, especially now, or have maybe been too embarrassed or intimidated to start a training program. Okay. This video coaching program is going to cover mobility and flexibility, gradually increase your strength gains, and finally your ability to do more work, your conditioning, okay? And by improving all three of these things, you are going to be able to do the things that you want to do with your body and navigate this environment much safer, much more confident, and much more capable. Okay, so if this is something you're interested in, I invite you to follow along with this video series. We're going to start with our warm-up very shortly, and then I want you to personally message me because I'm going to start this monthly coaching program hopefully in January. Okay, so all you need right now is a free weight if you do have one. If you don't worry about it. Listen to my cues. Okay, give yourself a little bit of space, an open area, maybe like a 6 by 10 area if you have it, somewhere where you can move, and have some fun with it. Okay, so here we go. We're starting with phase 1 of our warm-up, which is called joint mobility from head to toe. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, right now. Standing nice and tall, start with your head and neck. Look side to side. Make sure to deep breathe as you do this, as this is not strenuous. We're taking the body and all its major joints through some gentle range of motion before we start our workout. Now, chin to chest and look straight up. Really try to isolate the neck and get in tune with your body. Excellent. Ears to shoulders, stretching out the sides of the neck. Continuing to deep breathe and relax. Working our way down the chain. Big shoulder circles, thinking about your collarbone and your shoulder blades as you bring your shoulders up towards your ears and then down towards your hips. Circular motions. Go ahead and switch directions, same thing. Nice and smooth. One arm stays straight. Draw big circles backwards with that arm. Make sure to breathe. Try to have the bicep brush up against your ear as best you can. And relax with this. Range of motion will improve with consistency. Go ahead and switch directions. Circles going forward. Excellent work. Same thing for the other side. Arm stays straight. Big backward circles. Making sure to breathe. Fully relaxed as best you can. That bicep comes up close towards your ear. And go ahead and switch directions coming forward. Excellent work. Slight bend in the knee. We're going to do the best we can to pivot and shift the weight forward as you do these little soft boxer punches. Shifting the weight, extending the arm, slight bend in the knee, a little bit of rotation. Does not have to be perfect. We're simply just moving the body. Excellent. Hands on your hips, feet flat. Let's draw big circles with the pelvis. Knees can be slightly bent. Just think about the pelvis as much as possible. Try not to rotate your torso. Draw circles with the pelvis. Go ahead and switch directions. Just a few more. Excellent. Narrow stance. Bend the knees, find your hips, push your butt back. Stand up tall. Bend the knees, find your hips, push your butt back. Stand up tall. One more time. Bend the knees, find your hips, push your butt back. Feel that stretch in the hamstrings. Last time. It's okay if the toes come up off the ground. Driving with the heels. Stand up nice and tall. Excellent. Now, using whatever range of motion you have, reach towards the ground and stand up tall. Nice and easy. Touch your toes if you can and stand tall. Try not to overthink it. Just some basic flexion and extension here. Reaching down, standing up. Very good. Stationary marching. One knee comes up, opposite arm is moving here. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. Do the best you can to mimic what I'm doing right here. You could also drive the knees up to touch your palms. Nicely done. Now, whatever space you have available, let's do some side steps. Try to have your hips and shoulders square to whatever wall you're facing. Step to the side as best you can. Keeping your core engaged. For this last part, please be careful. Take a few steps backwards, using whatever space you have available. Stretching out those hips, increasing your spatial awareness, getting the brain and nervous system ready. Good job. A great job on that warm-up. Hopefully you're feeling looser. You've got your blood flowing. Maybe there's some areas of the body that have woken up, areas that you haven't used in a bit. And you know what? If it didn't feel too good today, if it felt a little more awkward than you'd like, don't sweat it, because every time you do this style of warm-up and training, your muscles, your joints, and your nervous system adapts. Okay, so you get better and better at it as the more you do it. Okay, so that's good news. We're gonna move on to phase 2 of the warm-up, our kettlebell warm-up. And if you don't have a weight today, don't sweat it. Go through the movements and I'll give you some examples to follow along with. Okay, I'm actually gonna go through round 1 without any weight, just to show you. And round 2 and 3, I'll be using a kettlebell. So if you don't have a weight, no sweat, you'll be doing all 3 rounds with no weight, obviously. And if you do have a weight, follow along with me. Rounds 2 and 3 will be loaded with our kettlebell. Okay, so here we go, round 1 of our warm-up right now. Stand nice and tall, take a narrow stance. Find the crease in your hips and push your hips back. Stand up tall. Engage the core. Find your hips, push your hips back. Feel the stretch in the hamstrings, stand tall. Again, core tight. Find your hips, push them back. Stand nice and tall. Try to smooth things out now as best you can. Reach back, stand tall. Push your butt back, stand tall. Good tip is if your toes come up off the floor, this is totally fine. Sometimes it's actually good to do this as you're learning. Something you can also do with your hands is the waiter bow, looking at the palms of your hands as you hinge back. Now, widen up your stance, knees stay in line with your toes, and I want you to squat down, sink into your hips, squat. Use whatever range of motion your body will allow. Lower, keeping that chest nice and high. Keep squatting. If you cannot do this, mimic the squat 1 leg at a time like so, bringing your knees up towards your elbows. This is totally fine. Continue to squat. Chest high, feet flat, sink into the hips, stand nice and tall. Excellent work. Now, in a standing plank position, we're going to mimic a round the body pass. Clapping your hands in front and then behind your back. Well done. Here's a short little break. Shake things out. Sip on some water if you need to. Now, if you have a kettlebell, let's load it up for round number 2. Here we go. Safely pick up the kettlebell, hinge back, grab a hold of the handles, drive into the ground, get that kettlebell up at chest height, contact with the sternum, just like that waiter bow, hinge back. Stand up tall. Slight bend in the knees, hinge back. Stand up tall. Keep your core tight, reach back with your butt, and stand up tall. And now try to smooth things out as best you can. It's okay if the toes lift off the ground a bit. Think about the heels. Really push the hips back, but allow your chest to face the ground a little bit more so. Excellent. Keep that kettlebell where it is. Open up the stance. Knees in line with the toes and squat. Sink into the hips. Line up the elbows with the knees and stand tall. Pull yourself down with your hip flexors. Drive up with the glute muscles. And if you cannot squat, do the same thing, raising your knees up to the side and mimic the squat pattern. This is totally fine. Continue to squat. Feet flat, drive the feet into the ground hard as you stand tall. Lower the kettlebell at your side, narrow stance, standing plank. Pass the kettlebell around the body. Stay focused, smooth, and fluid. Go ahead and switch directions. Excellent work. Shake things out, stay loose, stay mobile. Sip on some water if you need it. We have one more round to go, with or without your kettlebell, whatever works for you. Here we go. Safely pick up your kettlebell, hinge back, grab the handle, push the floor away. Kettlebell's up at chest height, keeping contact with your sternum the whole time. Core tight, push the butt back, hinge, and stand up tall. Be sure to allow your chest to face the ground a little bit more so. It's almost impossible to stay upright as you hinge back. So keep your spine flat, but allow for a proper hip hinge by bringing your chest towards the ground. It's okay if your knees bend as well. We are learning the movements, getting more efficient, driving with the heels, standing up tall. Excellent. Well done. Open up your stance. Get ready to squat. Knees in line with the toes. Sink into the hips. Line up the elbows with the knees. Feet stay flat. Push the floor away hard with your lower body as you stand up tall. Remember, if you cannot squat, bring the knees up towards the elbows as best you can and mimic the squat motion, one leg at a time. Carry on. Get in tune with your body. Visualize your hips opening up as you pull yourself down towards the ground. Excellent work. Standing plank, take a narrow stance. It's time for a round the body pass. Stay focused. And go ahead and switch directions. Nicely done. Hey, great job on that kettlebell portion of the warm-up. Now it's time to move to the floor and work our midsections, our core, but also simultaneously some general mobility and some injury prevention. So we're gonna need some space on the floor. Follow along with me and do your absolute best. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, now. Think of this first part as a stretch. Hands are flat on the ground, shoulders are down, chest is high, your knees are bent, and your heels are engaged. Now we are going to slowly lower ourselves down to the ground, working our midsection like a reverse sit-up. When you're ready, tuck your chin in, straighten your legs, And very slowly slide your hands out to the side, engaging your core. Engage your core and slowly lower yourself down until you're laying flat on your back. Stay tight, stay tight, stay tight. Good job. And bend both knees. We're going to get them up in the air. Keep your palms on top of your knees and your quads. Drive your knees up towards your chest and resist with your palms. You should feel your core engage. Hold this position. This should feel like work. Excellent work. Feet flat, knees bent, tops of the arms are flat on the ground. Dig the heels into the ground. Raise the hips up in the air. Think about your butt muscles as you do this. Up and down, driving with the heels. Staying tight in the midsection as well. Just a few more. Hug your knees towards your chest. Massage your low back side to side. And we're going to do one more round of the whole thing. Excellent. Sit on your butt. Position your hands supporting yourself, chest high, shoulders down. Think about that midsection as we slowly lower ourselves to the floor. Tuck the chin, core, 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 and slowly move down to the ground. Engaging that midsection. Now lying flat on your back. Bring your legs up in the air. Bend those knees. Place your palms on your quads and resist that knee drive, engaging the midsection. This is a static hold. Excellent work. Knees bent, feet flat, tops of the arms are flat on the ground. Drive with the heels and think about those glute muscles as you raise your hips up. Keep going. This is stretching out the front of the thighs and improving that posterior chain awareness. Excellent work. Slowly roll onto your belly, hands underneath the shoulders, and however you can, get up into down dog. Hips up in the air, forming a triangle with the floor. And when you can, alternate bringing your heels to the ground, extending your knees. This is a great stretch for the hamstrings, your low back, good for your wrists. Slowly get into a push-up position when you're ready, bringing your hips down, and slowly lower yourself to the ground as best you can, using your arms, keeping your core tight, flat on the ground. Good job. When you're ready, return to down dog, however you see fit. Hips back up in the air. Getting that stretch, alternate, bringing your heels down to the ground. Stretch things out. Slowly get into that push-up position, keeping your core tight, lowering yourself to the ground very slowly as best you can. Laying flat on your belly, bringing your elbows underneath your shoulders, chest high. Alternate bending your knees, bringing your heel towards your butt. Working your hamstrings, stretching out the front of the body. And finishing with a little bit of flexibility here. Just a few more knee bends. Excellent. Okay, for the final drill today, we're going to work some single leg balance and some stability at the same time. If you're comfortable using your kettlebell, go ahead and try this. But if you don't have a weight, you could also do this same drill. We're doing 30 seconds per side. Check out this short demonstration before we do our last exercise. Safely pick up your kettlebell. Take a narrow stance. Kettlebell's at chest height. Root your one foot to the floor. Drive your knee up, thinking about your midsection and anchoring your working leg to the ground. Without a weight, place your hands on your hips and do the same thing. Driving the knee up, your working leg stays long and engaged. Here we go, round number 1. Kettlebell's at chest height. Drive the one knee up, the other leg stays straight. Make sure you're breathing. Position yourself close to a wall if you need to. We're holding for 30 seconds. If you need to reset once in a while, this is totally fine. Stay tight and do the best you can. Almost done. Good job. Go ahead and switch sides. Root that foot to the floor. Drive the knee up. Keep your core tight. Make sure to breathe. Again, reset once in a while if you need to. There's nothing wrong with that. As your balance improves, you'll be able to hold it for the full 30 seconds. Excellent work. Go ahead and put your weight down. And stay loose. Shake things out as if you're shaking off excessive water on your limbs. We have one more round to do. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Without the kettlebell this time. Hands on the hips, drive the knee up, core tight, tall posture, make sure to breathe. Excellent work. Go ahead and switch sides. Knee comes up, tall posture, chest high, core tight, foot is rooted to the floor. And we're almost done. Excellent. Hey, great work. Before you carry on with your day, I want you to schedule a time tomorrow and repeat the same workout. Consistency is key. Don't be fooled by the simplicity here. If you gradually get better at this workout, every time you do it, think of how far you'll be in a week.